Hello everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, Santosh.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello everyone. Thanks for joining. Let's wait for a couple of minutes, then we'll get started. Okay, so before everyone gets started, let me hear from you. How many of you have joined here by someone's force? When I say someone's force, someone has said you that you learn data engineering, you'll get a high package, your managers have told you that's why you are here, or you're with interest. Come on, speak out.
With interest.
With interest.
With interest.
Okay.
With interest.
So no one is with force, huh? And ideally, I am telling you, I am sitting in this class by force. Like Mahesh is forcing to take the class, so I am taking. So I am sitting with force. What about you? What about you? Come on.
With interest only we joined. I just now saw multi-cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So what is multi-cloud? I am curious about it. Actually, I am working as an architect. I know AWS Azure cloud is where we will deploy the RPA bots.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the title of the session itself. Feeling me something interesting to learn. So I
Okay.
joined.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
With interest only, we will join, Santosh, but sometimes it will feel when we dive into the thing, we will feel little difficult after learning it sometimes.
After
Maybe.
learning, it will be difficult, huh? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
At least you should be knowing that how with Fabric you can connect to the multi-cloud and just get your things done. That's one
Hmm.
of the interesting concept.
Okay.
So I have a question, Santosh.
Mm-hmm.
In this particular class, when you are talking about the multi-cloud data engineering, are we saying that uh, uh, you are going to cover all three clouds or just two clouds?
We'll see
Because
that.
I think,
Yeah, we'll see that.
uh,
I'll be discussing about first of all what is data engineering, I'll tell you. Then we'll slowly move on to the next layer, what will be the syllabus, what are the technologies and tools that we are going to cover, and with respect to Azure, what we are going to cover, with respect to GCP, what you're going to cover, we'll see all of this, okay? So I'll be
Mhm.
walking you through all of this. So definitely by end of today's class and Monday's class, you'll get the clarity about complete course.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's get started. Just check if the session is recorded.
Recording in progress.
Now, let's get started. In today's session, we'll see what is this cloud data engineering, For time being, you can skip the word cloud. You can just only focus on data engineering. Now, who is a data engineer? What will he do in the real time, right? And what will be the roles and responsibilities of a data engineer? We'll wait and watch about this, right? And then we will try to include the word cloud. So as of now, you break the word. Data engineering is one word, cloud is another word. Okay, so let's see what is this data engineering first. Then we will see what is this cloud. Now, for this entire course, as well as for today's session, I'll be the complete ownership. Like I'll be walking you through every single point here, right from who can join this course and what is this course is all about, what are we going to learn. So everything we are going to learn. Majority of you will know me, but still it's my privilege to talk about myself. It's my 11th year I am running into this IT, and very successfully all this 11 years I've been worked as data platform developer, like complete with the data. So I worked as a data scientist, I worked as a data engineer, and also worked as a data analyst. So all my experience is data. Right from day one of my career, I've been working with data technologies. So currently working as a manager in Microsoft, and apart from that, contributing to KSR Data Vision with mentoring you all. So I have real-time experience of working with 80-85 projects and in different domains. So definitely I'll be able to share all of my real-time experience here with you. So with this short intro, let's see what is the agenda. Wherever you go, people are saying data engineering, data engineering, data engineering. What is this data engineering? What are we going to do as a data engineer? That's the first question that will be answered. And followed by, we'll understand in a very layman term. When I say layman term, even a school student should understand what is data engineer, right? That type of example we'll take. And then we will see why it is needed for running our business, and then we will go with the syllabus. Okay, so this will be the agenda for the next 2 day sessions. Now, the one thing which you need to understand first is, imagine you want to run one supermarket. Okay, so nowadays everything we are getting in a supermarket, right? I still remember when I was kid, I used to go to a vegetable shop in the morning, milk shop. Then maybe in the evening I go to a market where I purchase fruits. I used to do a lot of things in my childhood days. But now every week I go to supermarket, and the supermarket is a place where you get everything. You get everything. You get dairy products, you get ice creams, you get vegetables, you get fruits, right? And you get everything, right? So I'll ask you a question. Let's see. Let's see. Is there any product that you use on your daily basis which you don't get in supermarket? Anyone? Is there any product that you don't get in your supermarket, the daily essential products which you don't get in supermarket? Anyone? Any one product? Come on, speak out. I want one product that you don't get it in your supermarket, which is your daily essentials. Right from brushing your teeth, your the deodorants, your soap, your paste, right? Your food, groceries, rice, dal, sugar, salt, ice creams, dairy products, milk, curd. I want you to tell one product which you will not get it in supermarket with your daily essentials. Anyone?
Laptop.
Laptop, huh?
Petrol.
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 Okay, okay. Petrol. Next. Petrol you will not get, which is your daily usage. Okay. But I'm asking the one which you consume, right? Which is for eatable products. Petrol is not
Yeah.
eatable products, right? I'm asking about eatable products.
Meat.
Meat. Very good. As of now. But meat, is it not there? I have not tried.
Oh, you can get it.
We can get
Frozen
it,
one.
right?
Yes.
Frozen one. Yes. Meat is
Yes,
also
yes,
there.
we can get it.
Oh.
So tell me one eatable consumable product that you will not get it in supermarket. Come on, think. Where have you come disappointed saying that I did not get this in supermarket? You went to buy something to supermarket and you ended up not buying it with disappointment. Is there any product?
Maybe
Fish.
different brand.
Yeah. No.
Brand is fine, but at least you're getting some of the other type, right? Forget about brand. You're getting it.
I don't think so. Everything will be available.
Everything is available, right? Everything is available, right? I am asking, see, it's not your petrol or a laptop which you use daily. I am asking eatable products, right? The one which you consume on the daily basis. Do we get everything in the supermarket? The answer is yes. Okay. I asked this question in one of the session, okay, and one guy told we don't get alcohol and beer, and he's selling it
Those
is
are
it,
also available.
and it is saying it is consumable by human, right? So we drink, but it is not there. I don't know. I have never seen. But do we have alcohol in the supermarket? Beer, wine.
In US, they'll be having Santosh.
Okay, in US it is there. Yeah,
Yes, it is available. In Uttarakhand, it is available.
okay. I've never seen in Bangalore. Okay, now
Yes, Anton.
yeah.
And in supermarket, there won't be any loose products. Like if we take something like flour, anything, if we want loose for half kg, like lesser than half kg, we won't get. They will
No, no,
only
it's
have
there.
some
It's there.
type
It's there.
kg.
They have a separate packet.
Yeah,
They have a
it is there.
separate machine. We have to only weight it. It's there. It's there. I buy every week. I buy. It's there. Now, in the supermarket, imagine you have to run the supermarket now. I repeat one more time. You have to run the supermarket business. You're vexed with all this IT jobs. You don't want to work for IT. So you're thinking to start one supermarket. Now, the first thing what the supermarket should have is you should have all products, right? If I'm coming to supermarket, I should never go disappointed. That means I come for buying a milk products or maybe a paneer or maybe ice creams. I should buy it at any cost. I should never go disappointed, right? So that's my first requirement. The reason why it is called supermarket because you have to get all in one. But I remember my mom used to send me morning 6 o'clock to buy milk. 8 o'clock she'll send me to another shop to buy groceries. 10 o'clock she used to send me to buy vegetables. I used to do that. But now I just go to one place, which is supermarket, right? Now, if you want to run the supermarket, let's try to understand what is needed. What is needed? You need all the products at one place. This is very, very important, right? You need to have vegetables, you need to have fruits, you need to have all the dairy products, daily needs, everything you need to have, right? So, in order to make your business great, you need to have all products at one place. This is the must. This is the must, right? Without this, people will not come to your supermarket. Now, the second thing is you need to have the right products at the right time, right? You need to have the right products at the right time. So if someone is coming in, the availability of the product should be always there, right? Even there is a demand, you need to have more of stocks, right? More stocks should be there. If there's only one packet, you always don't go buy in that one packet, right? Imagine you want to buy a milk and there's only one packet milk left. You will never pick that. You'll see that why only one is left out and you will never pick. So the stocks are very important. More the stocks, more the products will be purchased. Followed by high quality. So today everyone is coming to your shop because of the quality which you have maintained. So if you keep some old stocks, like the expiry date has been, it is expired. So who will come and buy, right? So those type of challenges you will face it. And most importantly, you need to make sure that it is having decent cost, right? And it should be available via different payments. You cannot say that I'll collect only cash. I'll not have Google Pay, GPay, I'll not have any scanners, I'll not accept cards. You cannot do that. You need to have all sort of payments. Now, I have a very close friend of mine who's actually running a supermarket. Okay, and that's why I picked this example. You know what he does in the morning time? Supermarket opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. Supermarket opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now here before 9 o'clock, you know what this guy does? He goes to milk shop, buys milk in bulk, buys curd in bulk, then he gets and puts in the supermarket. Again, he goes to vegetable shop, he buys all the vegetables in bulk and he gets and puts here. Next, he goes to fruit shop, grocery shop. This is what he's doing. There are individual shops for buying fruits. There are individual shops for buying vegetables. There are individual shops for buying your groceries, right? And this groceries shop or this milk shops, they doesn't even care who is coming and buying. For example, I can directly go and order something in Amazon. No one is going to question, right? Similarly, even Virat Kohli, Anushka Sharma also can go and buy in Amazon. Who will question them? They're also customer. Now, Amazon will never treat me different or never they treat Virat Kohli as a different. They treat both as customers only, right? So if you go to a normal shop, milk shop, I can buy one or I can even buy 100. He's not going to question. The actual milk seller is not going to question. The reason is for him he needs money. Whether you buy or some owner buys doesn't matter, right? For example, I am taking class now. All of you are from different parts of country, right? Now, there is some other company CEO also who is sitting in this class, but I don't care. I don't care. He's also a student for me. I never see him as a CEO. I always see as a student, right? So, in every business, doesn't matter who is buying, he's a customer. So what this owner of the supermarket is doing is he is going and buying in the individual shop. So the individual shop will never treat him as a competitor. Hey, you are buying all my milks and you are going and selling for double the rate. So I will not give. No shopkeeper will do this. No shopkeeper will do this. Shopkeeper, he will be happy only because he's getting sold. He's buying. Someone is buying the products in bulk. So obviously he'll be happy only. And this guy will buy for XYZ price and he will sell it for ABC price. Doesn't matter for me, right? As long as he is making some good revenue, we are okay. Now, the most difficult task is for this shopkeeper, supermarket owner, because he need to make sure that before 9 o'clock in the morning, when customers starts flowing in into the supermarket, he wants to have everything properly arranged. He wants every workers to be available. He wants every helpers to be available. So before 9 o'clock, all stocks availability of the product should be there. Now that's the main motive of this supermarket, right? Now, what he will do is he will hire three people. This guy, owner, he will hire three people. Person one, person two, person three. Okay. Now, let's see what is the role of a person one. See, owner will not go to different shops. That will not happen, right? But he will hire three people. The first person, no, you know what he will do? He will gather all the products, vegetables, fruits, dairy products, daily needs. He will gather different products from different shops. That is his role. His role is only that much. He will go and get the products from different shops and he will bring in dump it in our supermarket. Now he will also arrange it properly. What is a dairy area section? Where is the fruit section? Where is the vegetable section? Where is the grocery section? So he'll take care of it. So the roles and responsibilities of a person one will be gathering and organizing. Okay. Now let's talk about person two. So what is a person two does is he actually do some reporting analysis. Today, how much of rice bags have got sold? Today, how much of milk packets have got sold? So today, how much of customers have come in? How what is a like the count of customers, right? And what they have purchased. What is a special day today? All of this another person will be doing. This is nothing but he will do analysis. And person number 3, tomorrow is a weekend. We can expect double the count. So today we are getting 50 customers, tomorrow we may get 100 customers. So today we have been sold 50 milk packets, 60 milk packets, tomorrow we can sell 100 milk packets. Since it's a weekend, you can also have some snacks that is going to get sold, chocolates, ice creams. So there is another person who will actually predict. Okay, so as a owner, I have 3 people under me. One person is going to gather all the products, organize it well, properly arrange on the shelf. Another person does the analysis, what, how much quantity of rice has been purchased, how much of milk packet has been purchased, how much of chocolates has been sold. One guy does the analysis, and another person, he goes and tells the owner, boss, tomorrow at any cost you have to bring this much of stock. I don't know what you will do, because tomorrow is a weekend, lot of customers will come. At any cost, we don't want our customers to go disappointed, so you get all the products. Now that guy actually predicts the future. He predicts the demand, right? Now, this is about the story of a supermarket. Now, can anyone guess what is this person 1, person 2, person 3 technically? Anyone? Technical roles?
Data engineer, data analysis, data science.
Excellent. We have 3 roles. If the same supermarket is a client and he is hiring 3 people, don't think about products. Don't think about products. It's not vegetable, it's not fruits, it's not milk. Instead of that, it is all data. Imagine it's a data. So here, a person who gathers the data, organize the data, clean the data, we call it as data engineer. The person who does the analysis and tells him what is happening in the current data, we call him as data analyst. And the person who predicts the future, we call him as data scientist. Now this is what is a 3 roles. But we never ever talk about data engineers here, right? We know that the main person who is responsible for running the supermarket is data engineers, because he is a person who's getting all the products from different places. But we never see that. You always go to a supermarket, happily will see that, hey, the supermarket is very good, I need to appreciate the owner, he's kept everything ready. But the real backbone of running a supermarket is data engineers. The most underrated role is always data engineers. We never talk about data engineers, right? Always we give preference to one we see physically on the application, but what is happening in the backend we never know, right? So the real success of the supermarket is actually depending on the person 1. And if I want to see the backstage work, what is happening is, right, the first thing is they need to build all the shelves. They have to arrange the product. For that they need shelves, right? They need the racks. All of this I need. If I want to relate and if I want to compare with this role with the data engineer, we call it as data infrastructure. We have to provide the infrastructure. Simply day one you cannot start a supermarket. First you need to have a proper space. To run a supermarket you need minimum of 2000 square feet space. You need to build the shelves. You cannot just have a small room and you say that it is your supermarket. No, you need to have a proper space. So imagine, instead of supermarket, if I want to work for some business, the main thing I need is I need that storage to store my data. So whatever I'm talking about supermarket, every single product, now replace it with data. Now I want to run a business and I need to capture the data. Next, restocking. That means if something has like it's over, the products have got sold, and you have to make sure the products has been arriving on time. So you have to restock it. That means you have to immediately place it with the new products. So that is pipeline. It's going to be a cycle. When the data is emptied, you have to go and rerun the pipelines and make sure data is available. So if I want to talk with the terminology, it's data pipeline creations. Now, arranging products. Now, this is a very, very difficult task. If you go to a supermarket, you always believe that it should be accessible. You cannot keep somewhere in the very top. You cannot pick that, right? So arranging products is very, very important. So storing the right places at the right is what is important. Just the moment you enter, right, they will never keep your basic needs. I don't know how many of you have observed this. See, I'll tell you. Recently, last week, Wednesday, there was an offer in one of the supermarket nearby. So I went to buy. I was clearly told by my mom that you have to go and buy rice. So that particular day, rice was essential product for me. So she gave me 500 rupees and she told buy me rice. And I went to the supermarket. The moment I entered, they have put lot of chocolates and snacks. They told pick one, buy one, get one. I thought okay, it's fine. They have put and there's an offer, right? So I picked in. Again, I went inside. I saw ice cream a box that is a fridge. Again, I took a couple of ice creams. Then I went like this. I'm buying everything else. But you know what this guy have done? The one which I really wanted, the rice and dal, which was very essential, they have kept somewhere in the last rack. I asked him directly, boss, what is this? It's a very basic essential product. You should have kept near the entry itself. You know what he told? Sir, if I keep near the entry, you will buy this and you will go out. You will not explore our all the other products. My intention is to you come, you explore, you walk through the complete path of our supermarket, then you buy last. So instead of making 500 sales, I would have made 5,000 sales, and that's exactly happened. I went to buy rice, but I ended up buying all the other products. Now that is where arranging products is very, very important. You go to any supermarket, next to the toothpaste, you will always find toothbrush. Next to the toothbrush, you will always find your soap. Next to the soap, you will always find your deodorants. That's what they are very good at. Supermarket people exactly know where I have to put the product. Well, I am not lesser than them. I am a data engineer. I know where to put the data. I know in which table I need to put the data. I know in which schemas I need to put the data. Well, I am almost equivalent to the guy who is making decisions there. And here I am the boss. As a data engineer, I know what data I need to capture, where I need to store, and how can I do that. All this comes under data modeling. When those guys are fooling me saying that it's an important product, you will definitely come and buy, you walk through all the supermarket, in the last I will keep it. Well, even I can do the same. Even I can play the same game. I can tell them which table can have what type of data. I can decide, because data engineering is my cup of tea. I can do whatever I want, right? Now, proper billing system should be there, right? So that means whatever you buy in the rack one, you pick one product, you put it in the basket. By scanning the barcode, the billing will happen, right? A proper organized billing system and payment, right? And I need to make sure that no one else comes into my supermarket, or there is nothing called theft happening. So I need to keep my products secure. So here I'm talking about market, supermarket, but in my real time, I need to also have security. I don't want anyone to come and access my KSR data today. Right? You all join KSR, right? I don't want someone to come and see the KSR data. What is the Santosh salary? What is KSR's income? What is KSR's revenue? What will I do if I show all of this? Right? It's a sensitive information. I want to protect my data. Just like you're protecting your products, just because there is no one else who is stealing, even I need to protect my data here. That is where data security comes into picture. right? And since you're running a supermarket, there is high likely chance that there could be a power loss, right? There could be some voltage issues. In that case, you need to have the backups. So power backups, in my case, data backups. I have a pen drive. I lost it. What is happening now? The data is gone. So I need to store somewhere. So that type of backups also I need to take. Now at last, every day the cleaning should happen, the audit should happen. What is happening? There should be a person who is managing all of this. So similarly, whenever you are building a project which is related to data, you need to also have a data monitoring. Is everyone working properly? When your manager is not there, you also take some breaks. That's what you do, right, in your company. So here also, if there is a no owner on that particular day, everyone will be like very free. So I don't want that to happen. So when I'm relating this to a supermarket, to my role, here also we have a data monitoring, right? So if you want to remember this data engineering forever, remember as a supermarket. You'll never forget what is happening in the supermarket. Just to that products are there, right? Milk products, grocery products, just to replace with data. That's all. That is what a data engineer will do. Well, with this example, welcome to data engineer. You're all going to be a future data engineers. What are you going to do? You are going to provide data infrastructure. You are going to provide data pipelines. You are going to manage the tables. You are going to decide which table has to have what type of data. You need to have the complete end-to-end connectivity. You need to also protect your data, and you need to work on the data backups, and finally optimization. Well, as a roles and responsibilities of a data engineer, you will be working with data forever. Unless and until you're a data engineer, you will always work with data, data, data. What you see in the right side of the slide, this is the roles of a good business, that is a supermarket. If you want to run a good business supermarket, you need to have all these pre-steps checked in. Similarly, to become a data engineer also, what you see the highlighted one, you need to be very strong in doing that, right? And that's the data engineer for you. Okay, now how are we going to do this? Okay, so a guy who is building the shelves or restocking the products or arranging the products, he will not do with his bare hands. He will use some tools. He will have some automations. He will try to tell them, hey, I cannot come to your shop. You come and drop me. You take the billing. I'll pay you. You come and drop the products. So like this we tell, right? So as a data engineer, I cannot do all the work. I will ask them to do the work. I'll tell them, you dump the data. You come and dump the products. So I will take care of it. So as a data engineer, my roles and responsibility will be increasing, right? Now, what are the technologies that we are going to use? What are the tools we are going to use? That will be our next few steps. Okay. Now, the top three skills in the market, you take any market, is this three: data analyst, data scientist, business analyst. As I've told you, no one even talks about the supermarket. Everyone tells us, hey, your supermarket has every product, everything is cheap, very good, I'll give you review for you. That's what they do. But who is working in the back end? We don't know, right? And one more example I'll give you. Okay. Um, yesterday, yesterday there was a movie that got released. Uh, what is that movie? I was remembering, but I forgot. Yesterday there is one Tamil movie got released. One of the famous hero. Do you all know that?
Yeah, Ajit, I think.
Ajit.
Ajit.
Yeah.
Mariachi.
What is it?
Vidamurti.
What is the movie name?
Vidamurti.
Vida Murti.
Vidamurti.
Okay. Okay. There is a movie called Vida Murti, right?
Yes.
So, did you all see that? Is it good?
Never, yeah. Never see.
Never seen her. Why?
No, no time.
No time.
It's a Hollywood remake movie, sir.
Sorry?
It's a
Hollywood
remake
remake.
movie of the Hollywood film.
Okay. Is the movie good? If you can tell, I am thinking to watch today. Today is Friday. Is
Yeah,
it good?
rating very good. Rating
Yeah,
very good.
Tanvi,
Yeah,
it's
Like
good.
4
Not
point,
like not
4.3.
that much mass, but it is good.
Okay.
yeah, above average.
Okay. I was seeing one of the reels, okay, where the heroine called Trisha has visited the theater on first day for show with family, right? And everyone is shouting, the movie is good, your acting is good, your acting is good, right? That's what happened. That's what happened, right? So they are like encouraging and they are appreciating the actors. Now also, you guys are telling, Ajit acting is good, Ajit is good, but you know what? Whenever you want to judge a movie, whenever you want to judge a movie, I would always, I will always not focus on the hero and heroines, right? If you see any movie, everyone will say the hero has acted well, the heroine has done well, the directors have done well. Everyone says it's all front thing that you are seeing. This guys has to be really appreciated because the directors or the heroes and heroines, they literally come in front of the screen for you. But the real success of a movie, you ask me any day, you ask me any day, I always tell that the real success depends on this back end people, the one who is working day and night to run this movie shoots, but we never speak about them. In a movie, we enjoy the movie, but you know how much of struggle these guys are facing in the back end? The light man, the sound person, right? The backups, the screens, right from they keep on reshooting it. So today you ask me to take class, I can take any time, any day. Even if you ask me to take at 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I don't come any prepared, right? I don't need to be prepared. It's like on spot I can talk. And even it's now also if it is live on YouTube, I don't need not fear because what I'm doing in the company I'm doing here. That's it. But these guys are not like that. If they want to shoot, they have to take multiple retakes. The real success of the movie, and you're all telling that it's hero and heroine. But personally, I know the pain these guys are all doing. You know why? You know why? Because this is exactly even I am doing. Even I am doing. Whatever the work I do, it's all about background work. How the data is moved from one place to another place, how the data is secured, how the data is protected. So these guys are very, very important in the backend. Just like I've given you supermarket an example, let's use another example if you are very much interested in movie. The same what these guys are doing in the backend. If I want to relate this to a data engineer, building the stage, it's again an infrastructure change. Managing the lights and sounds, it's a management, data management. Setting up the scene, right from the they say action and they say cut. That should be entire scene. That is called one pipeline, right? They want to make sure that there is a smooth show. That means right from the they visit the place until they pack up, everything has to be well managed. Even the food has to be managed well. And in case if there is a shooting, I will not allow other public to enter the people, I mean other people to enter the scene. I want only those scenes, those people are acting, only those guys should be protected. So that means security also plays a major role. So if I want to relate this to a data engineer, this is how I relate. Always try to relate with the real time. That's where you will never forget. Now those two examples which I've shown you should be the main role of data engineer. But you're telling these are the top skills. Now where is data engineers here? You're saying business analysts, you're saying data analysts, you're saying the data scientists are the top data driven technologies. But where is data engineers? And let me tell you, without the background people, you cannot run the movie show. Without the background supermarket people, you cannot run the business. Well, none of this role exists if you don't have data engineers. Your data engineers are the root, right? I have never ever seen any project without data engineers. Everywhere you need data engineers. Data engineers are the key people here. Someone is asking build application. the first question I'll ask is, where is the data? And who is the one who's going to provide the data? Data engineers. Right? So you take any role in the market, the first responsible person will always be data engineers. The number of projects we do here, the number of projects we do here, the number of projects we do here, completely solely responsible is data engineers. Without data engineers, everything will be drop. So today you guys are saying I'm not getting any openings for data analyst. I'm not getting any openings for data scientist. It's because we don't have a proper quality data engineers in the market. If data engineers are there, they can provide a quality data, they can provide everything, and obviously other roles can increase. So feel privileged that you're going to become a data engineer, because without you, there is no other roles, right? So without you, there is no other roles. Now, with this, what I will do is, let's try to understand why suddenly this data engineers are in demand. Why suddenly? It was not like that. Okay, if I take 15 years, 20 years, people were never even knowing about data engineers. But in the last 5 years, everyone is talking about data engineers, data engineers, data engineers. So what is this data engineering? I still remember 2018 is where we started hearing about data engineers. Before that, everyone were not even aware of it. But 2018 onwards, people are only talking about data engineers. And it's been 7 years down the line, still people are talking about data engineers, right? So why all this happened? Because the data is keep on increasing, right? So let's see a small example. We all know Geo. We all know Geo, right? I still remember I used to use Reliance CDMA phone. Then I started using GSM SIM, and today it's called Geo, right? So in 2016, September 5th, Geo was launched. Before that, we don't even know what was Geo, right? And I personally remember I had lot of networks that I've used. I started using my phone in 2013, I think. So 2013 is where I started using my first phone, right? The first SIM which I purchased was Tata Docomo. Do you all remember the name? Tata Docomo.
Yes, yes.
Yes?
My first sim is also Tata Docomo.
Tata Docomo.
One
Now
of the SMS.
where is Tata Docomo? Where is
It's
Tata
not there.
Docomo? It's not there. My second SIM was Aircel. It's not Airtel, it's Aircel. Do we have Aircel now?
No.
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 Then the third SIM which I had was Uninor. There was a SIM and there was a company called Uninor.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we remember.
There was another SIM called Videocon. Do we have now? There was another SIM card was Idea. Idea is there, I think. Do we have Idea?
It is merged.
No, idea is also not.
Vodafone. Is it there? The Ach dog. There was a small dog which comes and follows and says that wherever you go, we follow. Ach dog. Vodafone. Is it there?
I think that is also merged with ID. I think. Yeah, it's not there.
As of now, we all remember only two, Airtel and Jio.
Geo.
Right? We
Yes,
all
sir.
we all know only Airtel and Jio and something BSNL. I don't know BSNL is widely used or not, but the number of usage also is less. Now, if you want to succeed in one of the telecommunication company, that means you need to have a proper infrastructure. The success of the company depends on the back end work. Maybe they gave offers, they gave discounts, they gave internet free, all of is good, but how they run the business, right? Now, how this Geo came into picture? Geo came into picture in 2016 in September, right? And today we have more than that, 439 million users, right? And even I've done it. I've used the same number what I used to do in Tata Docomo 10 years back. The same number I'm using, but I've ported to Geo, right? It happens. The best network, you'll always opt for it. Now, in this telecommunication, what type of data you can collect? You can collect the customer data, the number details, specification, address, other details, to whom he's calling, how many messages he's sending, what plan is putting, and does he have only this mobile, or does he have the like internet also? So those type of information I will collect. Right now, if I want to relate a data engineer to this role, the person who collects all the data, organizes it well, right, data cleaning, data transformations, and helps the business to grow. So today we have a 439 million users because they're making a good business, they're making a good revenue, right? So obviously the company's growth depends on what quality of the data has been pushed to the analysis. Next, social media. Social media. I am not there in Instagram. I am not there in Facebook. I am not there in any social media except LinkedIn. Is there anyone in this batch? Is there anyone in the house who have never used any of the social media? Anyone? No Instagram, no TikTok, no WhatsApp, no Facebook, no LinkedIn. Is there anyone? Any one person? Any one person? The couple of guys who were sitting next to me in the offline, they're saying my kid is not there. He's 5 years old. That's the reality. That's the reality. That is how we are. So social media has completely changed the way we live. You can stay a day without food. You can stay a day without water, but you can never stay without your smartphones, internet, and social media. That's the reality of today's world. You can give a try. Tomorrow is a weekend. Just one day you stop using a smartphone, you'll see a lot of headaches. Hey, where is my phone? Where is my phone? Where is my phone? The phone has become like your one of your body part. Now, healthcare. Last night I had some production issue. I slept at 2:30. I slept at 2:30. Okay. Today morning I woke up at 6 o'clock. Today morning I woke up at 6 o'clock. You will not believe. Even I don't know when I slept. I was working with my laptop, okay, on bed, lying, and I was typing something. Today morning I woke up, laptop is still on, right? I don't know when I slept. My watch is telling what time I slept. My watch is telling what time I woke up. My watch is telling how deep I slept. Now that's the smart devices for you. That's the smart devices for you. You will get a sleep data. You'll get my heart rate, right? Everything my device is telling. I'll tell you one more example. Last week, I had to do a checkup and I went to a nearby clinic. They took my registration and they sent me to take a blood test, heart rate, liver test, kidney test. They asked me to take all of this test. By the time I meet the doctor is already having all the reports with him. How is it possible? Now that is where your digital world comes into picture. Data movement is so good that everything is readily available. Your blood rate, blood pressure, heart rate, your devices you wear, everything will be sent to a doctor. And depending on that, they will analyze your patient's report. In today's world, healthcare has major changes with respect to data. But of course, in the back end, it has also become like a business. First of all, in the previous 10 years back, you have to carry the files. This is my that doctor report, this is my this doctor report, this is where I visited. Now, with one single ID, all of your history of your diseases can be analyzed. This is a healthcare usage, right? Banking, one of the domain which even never had a downfall even during the COVID. Only two domains did not fail. One was healthcare and one was banking. Just because of the COVID, you did not withdraw money, or just because of the COVID, you did not deposit money. That was not the case. Every other domain was down. The travel, the hospitality, right? The IRCTC, the Red Bus, the cabs, Ola, Uber, the normal shopkeepers, everyone had a downfall during the COVID. But the only two domains which successfully survived was banking and healthcare. Healthcare, obviously, people always go to hospitals for when they're not sick. And banking also one of the best domain. The day guys stop earning, the guys stop going and depositing the money, the guys stop investing, is that a banking will fall. It is never going to happen, right? How many of your accounts you have? If I ask you, you'll say that I have only salary account, right? And you know what? Savings account, current account, salary account, deposit account, recurring deposit, sweep account, foreign account, child account, demat account. Account itself, you have 10 types. Card, how many card you know? Maybe credit card, debit card? Credit card, co-branded card, smart card, debit card, prepaid card. Loans, I know only personal loan, but you have a home loan, vehicle loan, commercial loan, construction loan, farming loan, dealer loan, whatever it is. And nowadays, in the recent times, I've also seen that you can also take loan for your marriages, it seems. Marriage loan. You have a marriage loan, you'll not believe it's there. I want to get married, but I don't have money. I can go and take a marriage loan. And investments, gold bond, mutual funds, insurance, gold coins, IPOs. When data is coming from different departments, when data is coming from different modules here, who is going to collect the data, who is going to organize the data, who is going to clean the data, who is going to transform the data? It's you and me, who are all going to be a data engineer. That's what we do. You take healthcare, you take banking, you take any domain, you take any domain, you will have to always depend on one person. Is nothing but data engineers. So data engineers are the backbone of every business who's making and running the business very smoothly, right? Now, to give an example in more detail, today everyone has been changing the way of we work. Everywhere there is a data, right? If you open your smartphone right away, I'll give you 1 minute time. You count the number of applications that you're using in your smartphone, it will be minimum 20. Right from your Gmail, WhatsApp, Ola, Uber, GPay, PhonePe, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, all of this, if I count, it will have minimum of 20 applications. For all the 20 applications, you need 20 accounts. Nothing works without account. You simply go and install it and you say that I will not register, you will not be able to work. Without account, you cannot log into your WhatsApp. Without account, you cannot log into your Facebook. Without account, you cannot log into your Instagram. Even without your account, you cannot open any applications. Then who is going to manage all this? Right? Who is going to manage this data? You'll not believe Google Play Store is having 3.5 million apps. I know that hardly you have 20 apps, but what about other people? Data is growing, and it is growing like anything. It is growing like anything, right? And you know why in the recent 10-15 years all this has been in demand? Because if you see all of these applications, it got famous in the last 15-20 years only. It got famous in the last 15-20 years only. Ideally, I was not at all a Facebook user. I've never had used Facebook. But in my generation, there was something called Orkut. Do you remember this? When I was in school, I was using this. Before Facebook, there was another social media which was called Orkut. Do you all know this? Do you all know this?
Yes, sir.
Where
Yes.
is this company now? I still remember this logo. This was like a Orkut. Where is this company now? Shut down. Shut down. On June 30th, 2014, Google announced that Orkut would be shutting down completely on September 30th. Why Orkut failed? Why Orkut failed? You will not believe Orkut was another Facebook. It was exactly what your Facebook was doing or Orkut was doing. And what they say is, after the initial burst of growth, Orkut stagnant without major upgrades. Other social media networks more quickly featured in the news apps, and Open Graph, not enhancing its platform. So a company which one day it was very, very famous collapsed because of not upgrading. Right? My first phone was Nokia phone. My first phone was Nokia phone. Nokia. And why did Nokia fail? Nokia's downfall was caused by a combination of factors: lack of innovations and failing to adopt to the technology. And you guys are all here for job security. And if you don't upgrade, one of the famous mobile company, Nokia itself, has fallen down because of not upgrading to the changing technology. And you guys can come and ask me that I'm losing my job. How will you not lose if you don't upgrade? Nokia, there is a failover. Orkut, there was a failover. And all this is happening because they have not adopting to the changes. If today, if you want to survive in IT, then the only goal is try to upskill on the technology. If not, even we will collapse. Even we will collapse. Right? Now, if you see on the screen, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, Ola, Google Pay or Phone Pay, you see all this is getting famous in the year from 2004 to 2015. That means 20 years back. And WhatsApp is just 15 years old. Your WhatsApp is just 15 years old. We used to use a normal message, right? Where we used to send normal messages on daily basis. You used to get 100 free messages, 200 free messages. And on any special day you send, it will be costing. So on the particular New Year day, you will not get any New Year wishes. You'll either get a belated wishes or you'll get advance wishes. Because on that day, if you send, it is charging 1 rupee 50 paise. Have you all experienced this? Yes? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yes.
That's how the things have changed, right? Um, in 2007, I always say this example. In 2007, India won their first T20 World Cup, inaugural World Cup under MS Dhoni, and India versus Pakistan was a final match. Okay, and India versus South Africa is where Yuvraj Singh hit six sixes. Do you all remember this match? Especially all the cricket lovers, right? All the cricket lovers, do you all
Yes,
remember
we
this?
yes, we remember.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
What if I tell you today you can go and search this match, final match in your YouTube, you will get it. But India won their first T20 World Cup. There was no YouTube. I'm sorry, there was no WhatsApp. There was no Instagram. There was no WhatsApp. There was no Instagram. Today, everyone go and post in the Instagram stories and WhatsApp when India wins. But what if I tell you there was no Instagram and WhatsApp when India won the first World Cup? Now that's a technology shift. Now that's a data-driven world is shifting. Now who is going to manage all of these records? Facebook has 2.37 billion users. Now what is this 2.37 billion users? 2.37 into 10 to the power of 9. WhatsApp 1.5 into 10 to the power of 9. Where will I go and manage this type of data? Where will I store? That's where your data comes into picture. Now I can simply say I can ignore the data, but you know what? Every second the data is getting generated. Google is processing 40,000 search every second. I'm in India, it's a peak time, 9 o'clock. But in US, it's night. But still a lot of people browse. So one of the non-stop working application is Google. It has to work 24/7. Across the world, many people are using, if it's a day or a night, people are still using. And every minute, see that number of counts that is happening. 46,000 images has been getting uploaded in Instagram. 4,56,000 tweets has been happening on Twitter every minute. There are this many of hours that people are watching, and forget about that. 3.7 billion users are actually internet users. So how will I manage the data? If you don't have data engineers, no one can manage this. If you don't have the proper infrastructure, no one can manage this. Now that's where data engineers are becoming famous and famous. If the data usage is also dropping, right? Maybe the data engineer's role also will be dropped. But it's not happening because the data is keep on increasing. We are talking about in terabytes, but the data is getting in petabytes. It is coming in very, very huge volume. Now, all of these reasons, if you see, it's just because of these two culprits. Because of these two culprits only, now we are into a stage where data are increasing every now and then. Right? Now, what is this happening is because of the internet users, because of the smartphones, because of the devices which we use, smart devices, watch sensors, CCTV cameras, all of this is itself is big data is getting generated. And who can handle this big data? It's only data engineers who can handle this. There is nothing called data. Nowadays, everyone is calling big data. The data is so huge that it is not able to fit in my system. How can I go and process this? How can I go and analyze this? Now that's the real challenge we will get it. That's the real challenge we will get it. Right? So with all of this, who is going to handle this? How are we going to handle this? Now that is what is going to be a role of data engineer. What they do, we will wait and watch. Now, is it really required to maintain all of this? Yes. Okay. I'll give a small example. Okay. Today, you all have joined this class by some or the other way you got to know, right? So some or the other way you got to know. Maybe you got to know from Instagram, right? Or you got to know about Facebook, or you got to know about us from Twitter, okay? Or you got to know about from YouTube. Now this is where you got to know about us, right? So today's class you would have either got to know about this. In Instagram, we got around 50 leads. That means 50 students asked for details. What is the session timings, right? And what will be covered, everything. Now, Facebook, let's say around 25 people requested. Twitter, let's say maybe another 5 people, right? YouTube, maybe we had a very good fan base. In YouTube, we got some 100, right? And there is one more called Telegram. In Telegram, only one student had requested for details. Now what our internal team has to do is they have to call all these 50 leads, share the information. They have to call all these 25 leads, they have to share the information, and they will have to call this person and they have to call and tell. Unfortunately, our team did not call this person. Unfortunately, We did not call this person. The guy who has requested us on the details about the course details, course timings, course link, we did not share with him from a person who has requested in Telegram. So what is the total? 100, 150, 175, 180. So total there was 181 leads and we sent the information to 180 people. Now, Mahesh was very happy. He's saying, hey, successfully we have sent the link to 180 people. But you know what? I know the real pain. I know the real pain. Mahesh was like, yeah, that's fine, right? One student, that's fine, you leave. What is there in this one student? He was not giving importance to that one student. But for me, that's a very, very important data point. You know why? That one student who actually attended was the one of the principal of one of the great college. In case if you would have responded to this person, in case if you have contacted this person, under him there are 4,000 students who would have attended my sessions. So unfortunately, our team missed this. We are thinking just as a one lead. But what if that one lead was a principal of a great college? And if we have responded, we would have got 4,000 leads. But we didn't. Right? Don't be happy for what you did for 180. You have missed the business here. So for me, data is important. Without data, there is nothing. Okay, I'm still bachelor, but in case if I get married and in case if I get kid, I'm also ready to name as data ready. I'm even ready to name this. That is how data is going to rule the world. Without data, there is nothing can happen in this world. Nothing can happen. Literally, the world can stop if the entire data systems have stopped. That is how it is. We are in 21st century and we're in 2025. Without data, never ever think about applications, running a business. Right? Now, coming back to this, why this is very important for us is the more the data you get, the more the data you can analyze and the more the results and more profit. So you will understand each and every customer's likes and dislikes. So I can get to know after this class, maybe I can take a feedback. How many of them liked it? How many of them not liked it? I can get that. For that you need what? Data. Every single person's email ID, every single person's phone number, every single person's name, where have you joined from? That information I will collect it. That's data for me. Data is an asset. And we cannot simply ignore. If you ignore one person who reached us using a telegram, and you know what happened? You know what happened? The one person whom we ignored in the telegram, and today we lost 4,000 students to our batch. So you know what happens when you ignore the data? Right? Now, imagine this is a one thing which I really don't like in Bangalore. This is something which you can see only in Bangalore. 9 out of 10 times Bangalore is the best place to live, except this traffic. The traffic is jam packed. On any weekend you go, it is completely packed. And from one place to another place, it will take minimum 30 minutes, even if it's 1 kilometer. But what do you see on the other end? What do you see on the other end? On the another end, this is the way they built the road, it is actually in Japan. You know what? Even if there is a lot of vehicles that is coming on that particular day, they will always maintain 0% traffic. because the design is like that. It is always going to be a free flow. Compare India traffic, Bangalore traffic, and the Japan roading system. That's where Japan stands on top. What they design they've done is, imagine you want to go here and you want to go here, you'll always have find a way. You have to go here, you have to go here, then you have to take a U-turn, then you have to come here. It will be always free flowing. Now that's where they have made it as a zero traffic. Now forget about vehicles. Just replace it with this data. What if the data is not entering into the system? What if the data is blocking? What if the table is full? How can I push my data to my target tables? How can I push for data for analysis? So in order to run your business, you need to have that free flow of data. Data has to be flown from one system to another system. Tomorrow, any guys who logs into our application, I'll get a notification here. That's the data notification for me. If any students purchase a course, I will get to know here. That is what is needed. And what if suddenly the traffic is like this? Who can handle it? So in order to manage this data, big data, and this issues, we need a system. Forget about vehicles. Let's talk about what if data flows like this. Do you have the capacity to handle? Do you have the capacity to process? Do you have the variety of data that can be handled? How big your system is to handle this? Now all of this becomes a challenge. One of the biggest challenge what data engineers will face is how to manage this data. I've told you roles and responsibilities. You'll be collecting the data, you'll be organizing it, you'll be doing everything. But how will you manage? You need to have a proper tool. You need to have a proper technology. That's where the challenge comes in. That's where the challenge comes in, right? Now, finally, we will get into what is data engineer. All these stories, all these things you just keep in your mind, but let's talk about who is this data engineer. Now, data engineer, the another name I can give for data engineer is ETL developer. Actually, the name was ETL developer only in the past. But these guys have recently changed the names. They have changed the fancy name and they have given us data engineer. Yesterday I saw some news as well. Zomato also they have changed the name it seems. Is it? I heard somewhere. I think I read it in somewhere news. They've changed the name of a Zomato. Is it?
Correct.
What is the name? What is the new name?
Eternal, eternal, eternal.
Eternal Limited.
Eternal.
Eternal.
Yeah. Zomato gets Eternal as a new name. CEO Dipendra Goyal says. I don't know why they have changed. Any reason? Why they have changed?
Might be there
So
should
they
be
are
a
expanding their business model. Actually, they want to enter into other sectors as well. As per the part of business expansion, they're trying to change the name.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
not sticking just to food delivery. So they want to enter into the new avenues.
Okay. The old name was actually ETL developer. Okay, but I don't know what fans them and what they have got impressed with. They have started naming us data engineers, right? So the another name of ETL developers is data engineer. Now what is this ETL? What is this ETL? I've clearly told you that ETL means you will be extracting the data. You will be extracting the data from the different data sources. Make sure that the data is clean, clear, crystal for working purpose, and then you will load it into some system. Now this is what as a ETL developer will do. ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. But let's stick on to our new name. You are no more an ETL developer. You are being called as a data engineer. Now data engineer is a person who is actually responsible for gathering the data, transforming the data, and loading the data. And still we are doing only in the systems, right? Now we already have some tools which can do this for us, right? We do not put efforts. We did not put efforts. You can get the data from the different systems with the help of tools and technologies. We can clean the data with a tool. We can load the data with some tools. Everything is available. But who is going to do that? It's going to be you. Okay. So in the current system, we already have lot of ETL tools in the market. In the current system, we already have lot of tools in the market. So all the tools which you're seeing on the screen, this is a tools which can help you to build the ETL pipelines. That means when I say ETL, extraction, transformations and loading, it can do for this, right? All the tools can do. But question is very simple. You have joined this course to learn one tool among this. Any guess which tool you will be learning?
Azure.
Azure data.
You don't see Azure here. You see SQL Server, you see SAP, we have Oracle, we have Talent, Informatica, SSIS, IBM. Which one you will be learning this? There is a ready-made tool to work and help you for extraction, transformation, loading. There is a ready-made tool, but which one you will use?
So generally we use Power BI, but I don't see here Power BI.
Power BI, okay.
No. Power BI is the reporting tool actually.
It's for visualization. Power BI.
हाँ.
No, you can
Other
do
equal.
SQL Server Integration Service.
SQL SQL.
ADF.
ADF.
This do you see ADF here?
No.
No, not there, but currently in demand for ETL.
Well, honestly, let me tell you. Honestly, let me tell you. We will not be learning any of this tool because all this are which was started in our father's generation. So none of the tools we will use for the ETL, right? And in case you check with anyone in your team, you check with anyone with your in your friend circle, cousins, colleagues, okay, who are already working in IT, okay, who are already working in IT. In case if they are starting a new project, in any of these tools, okay, in case if they're starting a new project, you come and tell me, I will give you a blank check. I'll give you a blank check because all these tools are actually towards its end phase. The reason is these are all called on premises. That means you need a physical server, you need a physical software, and you need to do everything. You need to everything manage it. There are some 2 to 3% of applications who are still running on this, but they are also moving out. In the recent times, I worked with 17 migration projects. They're migrating from these tools because these tools are not capable of handling your big data. So these tools are not capable of handling for big data. So we need to learn few tools that can actually help you to handle big data. So if you tell me is there any new project with starting with this any of this application, I'm ready to challenge you. I'm not saying there is no application in this. There are still 2 to 3% applications. We are still there, but even they are migrating. Then what do we learn here? Well, we will not learn this. We will not learn this. We will not any of the on-prem tools. When I say on-prem, physically you need to have that in your laptops. Physically you need to have a server, and it has lot of challenges. It will increase as a maintenance cost. It will actually have a greater capital investment, data loss, companies limitations, and you will also have some performance hits. It's a very big challenge. You will have it. So how am I going to manage this? How am I going to manage this? right? A simple example I'll tell you. A simple example I'll tell you. An Excel data, if you take, right, you have a limit. You can have only 1 million records. That means you can have only 10 lakhs. Anything which is more than 10 lakhs, you cannot open it. Anything which is more than 10 lakhs, you cannot open it in the Excel. Similarly, if you take any database, maximum you can store up to is 5 GB and 2 GB particular database. But I myself am generating 2 terabyte of data. Every session which I speak, it is actually getting recorded. The audio file, video file, screen share, everything is getting recorded. So every session, imagine my KSR data is 2 terabyte. Now where will I store this 2 terabyte? Where will I store this 2 terabyte? Even in my laptop, if you see, this is my laptop. Already there is a red color here. So my laptop was 200 GB, 460 GB, 460 GB. That means my laptop was 1 terabyte of space. And already the D drive is full. So where will I go and store? Where will I go and store? So the data I need to store means I need to have a proper system, right? So I cannot use this. What if I use my laptop? I cannot use this. The reason why I cannot use this is, imagine for managing the KSR data, I have 1 terabyte. Today it's fine. One laptop, 1 lakh. A maximum I'm spending 1 lakh. But what if tomorrow a lot of students join us? We take a lot of batches. If the data is increasing, imagine tomorrow it becomes 10 terabytes. Will you go and buy 10 laptops? Will you go and buy 10 laptops? Forget about money. Even if you have money, who will have to go and buy, who will manage this 10 laptops? First of all, I'm finding difficult to manage one laptop, right? So how are we going to manage this, right? So with all that, we have seen what is this data engineer and how are we going to manage the data, how are we going to store the data, how are we going to process the data. I cannot store it in my laptop, I cannot store it in my servers, on-prem servers. So I need to find a way. Where will I store? I will have to store it in cloud. So if you are asking me what ETL tool I'll be learning, none of the one which you have seen here. You will not see, you will not learn any of this. You will not learn any of this. Instead, we will be focusing on something which is present in the cloud. What is at cloud? What is cloud? And what are we going to learn in cloud? Where do we have the ETL? How are we going to do the project? All that we will be the part 2. So today is part 1. In Monday's session, we will see about what is this cloud. And slowly you'll understand this, what is this cloud data engineer. As of today, you understand what is data engineer, and the one which you do it in the cloud, we'll be calling as cloud data engineer. So in Monday's class, I'll be talking about cloud, followed by I'll be discussing about this course content, what we are going to cover, and I'll be telling all the details about the course. Okay, so as of now, we will stop the session for here. And if you have any questions, I can answer you right away. Any questions?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, first of all, may I let you my background. I have a 10 years of experience in IT, and mostly 8 years I have worked, 8 to 9 years I have worked in the production support, L2 production support, in the using skill of Oracle SQL, Unix, and Linux. And shell scripting very rare, and PLSQL very rare. I have used in my projects. So, but recently in the last project, 1 year since I am working as a Oracle PLSQL developer, but I want to move in the development part only, and I want to learn the data engineering. But the only part is I'm not very efficient in the programming part. If I will say, if nowadays I'm giving an interview on the existing as a PLSQL developer skills, but when the interviewer say to write a code of the PLSQL, in the PLSQL, not mostly I am getting problem, but getting the problem in the shell scripting part of the code. So mean the programming is not good. So
See,
how is
yeah.
it? Happy.
See, I'll ask you one question, right? Um, if they're asking to write a stored procedures, functions, triggers, PL, SQL blocks, and cursors, are you able to write?
Yes, yes. But long code need to be logic, need to be thing. But I can think that what where the oops concept where need to be put that thing. But the syntax forgetting because I'm not habitually writing the code. That's why forgetting the syntax regarding things. And in the interview is giving whatever the task to me, uh, not able to complete that things. But logically, I have already told to them that this we will do somehow the correct, somehow the not correct. This thing is happening.
See, first of all, there is nothing to fear about coding. Okay. Nowadays, the way of writing code has become very, very improved version. You simply go and tell the problem, all your AI tools will give you the code, right? It's all about you going and implementing it. So personally, if you already know PL SQL, then there is nothing they will face difficulty in learning Python. Okay. Python is very, very easy. The only prerequisites to learn Python is you need to know English. If you know English, you can write the code in Python. As simple as that. Okay, you will learn everything from scratch. From in KSR, we are teaching everything like ABCD. Even if you're a 10 standard student, you sit in my class, we will teach you everything from basics. So there is nothing that you need to fear. I don't know coding, I don't know from coding background, I don't know from computer science. I'm also not from a computer science background, but today I can write any code on given day. It's all about how you implement the logic. It's all about referring the syntax and writing it. I never know any syntax. Even now I go and browse it and write it. What is important is logic. That logic thinking you have to do. Writing, you can go and write, you can go at the syntax, you can go and get everything. But you have to learn coding. If you want a high package, you have to learn coding. There is no other go. So for you, one thing I can promise you that we will teach everything from scratch. On the daily basis, if you practice, you will learn. Even you're saying I'm working in PL SQL, right? Day one you did not understand PL SQL. PL SQL is coming by your practice. If you practice, everything will be easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, but in the data
Santosh,
engineering, there is
so
a
Let's go one by one. Yeah,
sorry,
tell me.
sorry. Yeah, in the data engineering, there is a many skills. Means like PySpark also we need to be learned there. So how the one person will be efficient in all part of the programming in the data engineering. This is the main concern also.
Average data engineers is getting 2 lakhs per month. Experience somewhere who is 8 to 12 years.
Okay.
When I'm getting 2 lakhs, why will I not learn multiple skills?
Yeah.
Just work for 20 days. You'll get 2 lakhs. And you're asking me why will I learn? You have to learn because you're getting a good amount. How it is possible? You have to do it. They're paying you 2 lakhs.
Oh, so sir, as per the my experience, which I have told you, in the starting, if I want to switch in the within a 3 to 4 month or 5 months, what main skills? Firstly, majorly, I need to be focused for efficiency. Python, SQL, PySpark.
This three, if you know, you can
Uh,
shift. You can jump to a different company.
okay.
Along with that, you
Okay.
learn Azure, you learn AWS, or you learn GCP. Anything you learn, you'll become a data engineer.
Okay. Fine, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Any questions next?
uh, yes, Santosh. So regarding, I came across the word like snowflake and Databricks, Santosh. What is that actually? It's like a SQL, or
I
how
told
come
you
we'll be
I
using?
told you that we do ETL, right?
Mhm. Yes.
And I also shown you some tools which we will never learn, right?
Hmm.
And we will be learning certain ETL. That ETL is nothing but ADF, Databricks. Okay, so
Okay.
Databricks is also one of the ETL tool. So we will be learning all of this. We will
Mhm.
not learn anything which is on-prem, but we will be learning this. Snowflake is also an ETL tool. It is a separate cloud.
Okay. Okay,
Is it not
okay.
the data warehouse, Databricks and
Data
Snowflake?
warehousing means what you do. You extract the data, you transform it, you load it, right? It's also an ETL tool
Uh,
only.
Store the data,
Yes,
right?
yes, you store
In
the data.
Databricks, can you store the data?
Yes, you can store it.
Oh, okay.
There is a concept called Unity catalog. Here you can store the data in tables.
But in Unity catalog is not for governance.
The
Like
latest
who
update,
can
the
access what
latest
data
update,
tables?
the latest update from Databricks is we can store the actual data along with the data governance also.
Okay, but where in the backend it stores? As you said, Databricks is an
Backend, it will
ETL
be any
tool.
storage only, right? ADLS,
Any storage.
any block
Okay.
storage. It can be anything. But in Databricks, you can store the data.
In Databricks, you can store the data. Okay. So in
Yes.
the backend, you use the Synapse or something like that.
We use it as a storage, data lake
Storage.
storage.
Okay. So it's a kind of a tool like ADF only. You are saying
ADF is
Databricks
only for processing. Your Databricks comes with the processing as well as bit of data storage as well.
data storage as well. Hmm. So
Santosh,
what's
one
the
question.
reason behind the popular growth of Snowflake versus the Databricks? What advantage Databricks have which Snowflake doesn't have?
See, both has pros and cons. Okay, I cannot say this is best, that is best. Databricks has their own pros, Snowflake has their own pros. In Databricks, it's a bit costly when it comes because I have to compete with all the other things. Like I have to pull the data from the storages, then I have to again go it. In the recent times only, Databricks have come with a new update that you can store the data. But instead of that, it was only for processing. So if you ask me 5 years back, 6 years back, it was only for processing. But now they have come up with an approach where you can store the data. But Snowflake, it's completely for the ETL. You can store the data, you can process the data, you can analyze the data. It's completely like a one-stop shop. So that is why Snowflake is always unique.
Hmm. Thank you.
Santosh, one question.
So,
Yeah.
Santosh, we are going to start cloud data engineering first, Santosh, or Python only as per schedule? How come we?
See, the roadmap says that before learning into cloud, you have to know SQL and Python. So this particular part,
Oh,
we will be starting with Python. So today we will have covered part one, right? Monday we will be covering part
mm.
two, and from Wednesday onwards, your actual Python classes starts.
Oh, okay. Okay, Santosh.
Uh, Sir, actually, is there any classes for Snowflake plus ADF?
Yeah, we
Is
have.
there any?
That is also we starting coming week. So you can attend demo that as well. You'll understand what Snowflake does, how it is different from what we are doing here. Then you'll get the clarity. So it is also an ETL. Here also we are doing ETL. The only thing is platform is changing. We are doing it in Azure Cloud. They are doing it in a separate Snowflake. So you can attend that as well. You can say which suits your role, and then you can take a call, or you can call us. We can also help you with one-to-one mentorship. We will tell you what is good by understanding your background.
Okay, sure, Santosh. Thank you.
Sir, I want a one-to-one mentorship.
Yeah, you can reach out to our team. Our team will give you one-to-one guidance.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Santosh, for data modeling, only for specifically for data modeling, is there any tool actually which can make it ease, or we have to just do it manually, understanding the
See,
concepts?
there is tool means you have to understand the business. You have to organize the tables means you have to do it manually,
Yes,
right? So it will
yes.
help you to drag and drop, adding derived columns, primary keys, foreign keys, constraints, relationship, cardinalities, everything. It will
Mhm.
help you. But end of the day, you are the person who have to decide where I'm going to store, where I'm going to process it. You are the person who is going to work on it.
So it's completely manual where you have to just design your own data modeling,
Yes.
whether it's a Snowflake or
Yeah.
Starframe.
Yes. And
Thanks,
that's why I
thanks a
keep
lot, sir.
saying that, right? Your AI cannot replace your data engineering role.
Yes,
People always say that AI is coming, AI is coming, AI is coming. Where it is coming, you have to do it. You have to sit in front
yes.
of the system. There is nothing like system will come and do pipeline for you.
Yeah, you have to
So
guide and log it.
Santosh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead,
You
please.
explain about data modeling,
Mm.
where what data and where to store, right? Is completely a manual process. So is it within the Databricks you can run this SQL queries, which you have all those things which you have mentioned
Mm.
that some SQL concept you mentioned. Is it something like manually you have to run all the SQL commands in order to do the data modeling, or
See,
is there a
uh,
something outside Azure Databricks it can be done?
see, when I say data modeling means
Uh-huh.
very simple. Okay, what is data modeling means? Imagine, see here. Imagine this is one example. Okay, so this is one example. So in this example, what you see here is this is not organized, right? If you want to pick any shirt, like I'll ask you a black shirt, it is not organized. What you will do? You will search 30 minutes. You'll pick that, you'll pick this, you'll shuffle everything, and then you will have to take a black shirt, right? So the amount of time taken here, 30 minutes for searching one cloth. And you may get it in 5 minutes also, but we are all unlucky. We will not get immediately. You have to pull everything, then you will get black shirt. For dumping, how much time it will take? 1 minute. You'll again dump it back into the cupboard, right? So you for searching you may take 30 minutes. For dumping back you will take 1 minute. But here you ask me any shirt, you ask me slippers, you ask me hat, you ask me umbrella, you ask me belt, you ask me black shirt, you ask me bag. Hardly I'll take 10 seconds. But for arranging this, I will spend 30 minutes. Now you tell me, do you prefer A or do you prefer B? Do you prefer A or do you prefer B?
B.
Why? A, right? You can dump it in 1 minute. You can dump it in 1 minute. Idiot, it is taking 30 minutes to dump, right? It is taking only 1 minute, right? So A is better, right? A is better, right?
No, B is better, right?
Why?
Because it's organized, right?
Yes, that is what it is. What you have done is data modeling.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You are arranging proper data in proper rack. Data modeling is
But that also requires good thing you mentioned, but that also requires planning, resources, and time in order to organize the
that's
data.
what in every team you are not the only person, right? If you are a data engineer, there will be a data architect, there will be a project manager, there will be a scrum master, there will be a data analyst, there will be a data scientist. Overall, if you want to build a house, there should be everyone who knows that, right? So you are not the person who's going to, if you ask a builder will not know what design to build. He will be another person called design architect. He will tell what design it is. So for every project, you will have an architect also. The architect will tell how many projects, I mean, how many tables, how much of fact tables, how much of dimension tables, what type of racks it is. They will tell you. You are the person who's going to design.
Mhm. So basically, you are saying that there is no other way to do the data modeling rather than running those SQL or PySpark queries.
You can build, there are a lot of tools, but
Oh, there
I
are.
am saying
Okay.
you need manual efforts also. Because you have
Oh,
to go
manual.
and decide what are the tables, how many tables I need to create. Simply, you cannot say I want 50 tables, 100 tables. It's called automation. But what is the point? You have to have an optimized set of points. You cannot, this is a small cupboard. You cannot have a very big cupboard. For what your case, how much you need, that one you need. So that will all provided by the data architects. Next
Okay,
question.
thank you.
Uh, Hi, Santosh. This is Malappa.
Yeah, tell me.
Actually, I'm not. I don't have any experience in IT, sir. Actually, I am. I have experience in BPO,
Hmm.
so I want to move to this data engineering. So, is this KSR is going to helping me like in placements and all that, and I can able to learn this data engineering without having any knowledge of this data engineering?
Okay. So I'll go with the second question first. Will you be able to understand? First of all, did you understand today's session?
Yes, sir. I understand this.
Anything you missed out?
Nothing, sir. I
Okay.
didn't miss anything.
Okay. Next 99 days also will be the same way of explanations. So, getting knowledge on data engineering, I trust my skills. So, obviously, I'll be able to help you. Every single person in this class will be able to understand what I say. That's I am guaranteed. Okay. 100% if you focus in the class, 100% if you listen what I am saying, you will understand what is data engineering. And one more thing is I will give you some things, but you should also do it. For example, I'll give you some assignments, I'll give you some homeworks, I'll ask you to do research something. You have to do it. I have been doing data engineering for 10 years, and I cannot teach 10 years, right? I have to teach within 5 months. So 4.5 to 5 months, we will have to put efforts. Whatever I tell you, have to if you have to learn, you have to practice. You have to practice coding. I'll be giving homeworks, assignments. You have to do it. If you do that, you'll become a data engineer. To answering a first question, we will be helping you for getting calls, helping you in mentoring, one-on-one mentoring, resume preparations, mock interviews, right? How to prepare your profile, how to reach out to LinkedIn, everything will help you. Everything will help you. But end of the day, you have to sit in front of the panel, you have to answer it. So that's your only work. And what we will do is we'll understand what is your background. If you don't have a background, for example, you are working in a non-IT, so how to make that project to be related to data engineer, that we will help you. Every single person we will contact, and we will understand what you're doing in the current project. The same thing we will try to relate it here. But for the non-technical people, we will also help you how you can get a job. For example, you have to build your own portfolio, you have to start posting in your LinkedIn, you have to have more visibility, you have to do some freelancings. All of this you have to do, only then you will get a job. So all the help we will do. But if you ask me, are we going to provide 100% job guarantee? The answer is no. 100% job assistance will give you, not guarantee. Because not everyone will listen to me. If I give some homeworks, if I give you some lessons, people will not do. So how can I expect them to get job? Right? So 100% assistance we are guaranteeing, but not 100% guaranteed job. Someone is saying you join KSR, you will get job. It's all fake. It's all fake. Don't believe anyone. If someone is telling you join KSR, they'll get you job, please don't believe that. If someone is saying please join KSR, they will provide you assistance, then I can share you that's a true statement. We will help you. We will help you to the maximum intent, because for you, see, for us, your job is my importance, right? Our importance is all about your job. You get job, it's all about win-win situation, right? We are also working hard for you people only, right? So the point I want to cover here is you can become a data engineer irrespective of whatever background you are. We will teach everything from scratch, provided you should also put some efforts. And with respect to job assistance, we will give you mock interviews, resume preparation, interview guidance, Naukri help, LinkedIn help, everything we will give you. Did I
Thank you,
answer your
sir.
question?
Thank you so much. Yes, yes. I cleared. Doubts got cleared. Thank you.
What about others? Any all good?
Santosh, I am working in Azure side in last 4 years.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm looking actually advanced concepts in the Databricks and Python. Are you going to cover those?
Advanced concepts in Python. See, data engineering is a very vast subject. Whatever
Mhm.
is required for a data engineers to survive, that foundation and intermediate level will be given. By learning this subject, you can easily portray 5 years as data engineer. So that extent we will tell. So if you learn from me, you cannot go and tell I have experience of 10 years. That is not possible. I have been doing from 10 years, but you are learnt in the short span. So maximum you can show up to 5 years. Are you going to learn advanced Python? The answer is no. What is required for data engineer? Only that I will learn. If you ask me, can you teach me Python for building a web application? I cannot. Can you teach me Python for building a mobile application? I cannot. But can you help me to build a pipeline using Python? I can. That's the
Yeah, I need actually from last 6 years I am into data field only. Now I am looking only data related Python stuff.
that we will
Not
teach, right? For data engineer, what is required, that I'll teach.
Yeah, what about Databricks? Are you going to cover the advanced concepts in the
Yes,
Databricks?
yes. Data Factory and
Okay.
Databricks are the top two ETL tools that we will be learning extensively here.
Yeah, ADF currently I'm working from last 3 years. On the Azure side, are you covering these managed identity and
Yes,
security
yes,
authentications? These are not right?
yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Fine. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class. Next class, we will talk about roadmap. So to become a data engineer, what is needed? We'll see that. For example, this one. This is a roadmap. So to become a data engineer, what are the things that you need to learn? What order will be going? Everything we'll discuss. So in tomorrow's class, tomorrow in the sense next class, which is on Monday, we will discuss about who can learn this course, who is the right audience, what background you need to have, right? What is the course details, how many days this course will continue, which is the first thing which you're going to start here, and we will talk more on the course as well as the cloud part. Okay, so in the next class you'll get the clarity. So today you got to know what is data engineering. In the next class you will know what is all about this course. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class.
Hi, Santosh. Sorry to disrupt you in the last moment. So, can we get the recording of today's session because I
Yeah,
joined half an hour
see,
late?
it's already live in YouTube. So after
Okay,
this
that's
session, you
fine.
can go and watch the entire recording in our KSR Data Vision channel.
Done. Thanks.
Sir, Santosh
Yeah,
sir,
yeah.
the validity of this recording on our portal, how many days
1 year.
or year? Huh?
1 year.
Up to 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay. And a job assistance relevant or any mock interview preparation up to when?
As long as you
Means
get job.
suppose. Okay. Well, there is no validity time, correct?
That's what. As long as you get job, we will support you.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
There are a lot of questions being asked in Fabric, but I'll be explaining that in the next class. Okay. So we'll stop here. We'll continue Monday.
Recording stopped.